Продовжуємо робочий день у прес-центрі українського.
Welcome to the Ukrainian Crisis Media Center, and now we are having the presentation of urban space, the online map of public spaces of Ukraine. We have representatives of the NGO Institute of Successful City. We have Ms. Anastasiya Rudenko, Pavlo Nazarenko and Oleksandra Yarlykova from the same NGO. Please switch on the mic. Good afternoon, dear friends. I will repeat the presentation. I'm Anastasiya, Oleksandra, and Pavlo. We represent the Institute of Successful City NGO, and today we present our project Urban Space. People live in communication, and we need space for communication where we can exchange with experience and generate ideas. This will allow to develop society further for the future. In Ukraine, public spaces is a notion which is not known, and the standards suggest that public space should be open, should be inclusive, should be comfortable, should be accessible for broad population. Unfortunately, in Ukraine, we do not have much such spaces, but they exist. When we look at Kiev, we see the city garden, the commemorative place of the Heavenly Hundred. In the regions, we have in Slavyansk good creative workshop, in Lviv community creative center, the garden city in Dnipro, in Lutsk, such spaces organized. In Khmelnytsky, recently new public space was created. But the problem is that people do not know about existence of these public spaces, and even in the same city, the residents do not know that in the next street, very near, there is a space where they can meet, where they can read books, where they can organize a workshop, discuss ideas. So this forced us to create a map showing these urban spaces. Our objective is to popularize public spaces and share information about available communication areas for development of civic activism. We had been working for 3 months. We actually the information was collected within 2 years, but during the last 3 months we systematized it, double-checked it in the available internet pages, and finally compiled a map. And now I will give the floor to Anastasiya Rudenko, who will describe the project. Online register has a shape of interactive map showing co-working space, workshops, platforms of civic initiatives. When you press the button, click the button, you see the full list of those spaces with indicated open hours. Here also there is a space for question. The platform provides for continuous upgrading. Now we have information about 160 locations from 15 regions of Ukraine. Our objective is to allow other people to join the projects of creating community spaces or communication spaces. This is possible to do via special form on our website. That is, if you have information about new communication center, you can add it. Further on, we plan to provide the possibility to discuss problem communication spaces, which will allow the NGOs to tackle the problem of urban spaces. And we had suggested a flash mob. If you have an idea that some community space or public space could be created, you can inform us. Thank you for your attention. We are ready to answer your questions. Whether you have questions, dear journalists, I have some specifying questions. You started from Kyiv. That is, you based your effort on the existent grounds. What is your conclusion? Who are the most proactive participants, local participants of your projects? In what city? With Kyiv was filled very thoroughly, and now Mariupol, Slavyansk, Kramatorsk, Lutsk add to our map very proactively. Some people report about new spaces, about the same space. Also, I could mention Ternopil. We have, with our project, we have ruined a stereotype that many public spaces are only in big cities. During the last years, number of activists in the cities of Ukraine had grown, and in much smaller cities than Kyiv, there are a lot of public spaces where people can present their NGOs, which is available for activists. Some residents, even local residents, sometimes do not know about existence of public spaces in their city. This team of our project comprises 3-4 people, but there are a lot of volunteers who contribute to the map, who add information about new public spaces. That's why this project is possible. I would like to add about public space as it is. A street, a park, any space could be public space, but not all of them are in excellent condition, suitable for being public space. A lot of questions were asked about co-working. Co-working spaces are usually are not free, while all the rest locations are free. Sometimes people ask questions about co-working space. And co-working is now very popular and people want information about it, so we decided to add information about them. In Kiev, the free co-working spaces are growing. For example, co-working space of America House, and it is available in case you have your ID with you, and Bielka Student Co-working Center. That's why we try to ruin stereotype about co-working spaces which requires fees. Well, what I would like to ask you to provide filters, allowing me to get information about small gardens, about squares, about other types of public spaces. Now we allow to find special public spaces in specific city by cities, but we will think how to add more convenient categories. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. I wish you success. I wish you more users. I wish you to fill in your online map more quickly. Thank you very much for your information. If you have further questions, you may approach to the founders personally. Thank you for this opportunity to present our project. Thank you.